Hi, I'm Sharon. Welcome to my YouTube channel, and in this video I'm going to take you through a full body Pilates workout. You don't need any equipment, just your mat, a little bit of space, and we'll get started. So come down onto your back. And we'll just take a moment to get set up in a neutral position. So create some length through your spine from your tailbone right to the crown of your head. Place your feet flat on the floor, about hip width apart. And then take a moment to focus on your breath. So breathing deeply into the sides of your body. It's feeling those ribs expand and your belly gently rise as you breathe in. We're going to start to rock the pelvis gently with the breath. So tilting and pressing the lower back down towards the floor and then letting it lift away. Not lifting off the mat just yet, just rocking forward and back. And then we're going to start to peel the spine off the floor. So you may feel that you just want to bring those heels a little bit closer to your bum. You're going to tilt the pelvis again, and this time we're going to peel up. So we're breathing out to bring the spine off the mat. Take a breath in, and then breathe out again as you bring your spine back down. Let's do that again. So exhale, tilt your pelvis. Slowly peel up, one vertebrae at a time. And then bring the spine slowly back down. Do that one more time. Bring your spine all the way back to neutral. Just move the arms out of the way. Bring the feet and the knees together. And then just let the legs slowly move from one side to the other. Keeping the shoulders on the floor here. We'll do one more. Now I'm going to bring one knee in. Use that leg to help me come back up and come into a seated position for a spine twist. So if you prefer to sit on a yoga block or on some cushions, then you can. You can extend the legs, or you can bring the soles of the feet together. But you want that spine to lengthen and the shoulders to come down. Let's bring the arms in front of the chest and breathe out as you slowly twist. And then breathe in as you come back to the center and breathe out as you go the other way. Sit up really tall here. Relax your shoulders. And keeping the lower half of your body still. One more twist to each side. bring the arms down. Bring the feet together. Bend one knee. Let me just turn to the side. And then I'm going to bring the opposite hand across. Hold on to that leg and put my hand behind and twist around to look over my shoulder. And release. Change the legs over. Sit up tall. Hold the opposite leg, hand or fingertips on the floor, and twist. Come back to the center. Legs either extended or crossed. As you bring one hand onto the floor at the side, reach up and come over. Do the same to the other side. Reach up first and over. One more of those to each side. And then if you can come around onto your hands and your knees. Into our cat-cow stretch, so hands underneath your shoulders and knees under your hips. Breathing out to tuck the pelvis under, round through your spine and relax your head. And then breathing in, start to lift your head and your tailbone and slide your shoulder blades down your back. Exhale again, push the floor away from you as you round your spine. And inhale, release. Lift the head, lift the tailbone. Exhale, tucking under. Inhale, lift up the head and the tailbone. Now just bring your spine back into neutral. We're going to go into our 4-point swimming. So opposite arm and leg lengthen and lift and back down. Then the other side. Focus here on keeping your pelvis really steady. So don't try and lift the leg out behind you too high. We want those hips to stay level. Breathing out as I lengthen and lift. Breathing in and lower back down. Keeping that length through the back of your neck. One more extension. And then lower yourself down onto your front. Bring the arms out to the side, elbows are bent, chin is tucked in. As you breathe out, we're going to bring the head and the chest away from the floor, keeping that length through your spine. Breathe in as you bring them down, and then we're going to lift and lengthen the legs. So float the front of the legs away from the floor and then release back down. Back to the upper body again. Exhale, lengthen. Inhale, lower. And the legs. How high you lift with the upper body is entirely up to you. Just pay attention to how that feels through the lower back. And then you can make that lift a little bit smaller or a bit bigger. Let's do one more lift with the upper body. And then one more with the legs. And then if you bring your hands under your shoulders and push yourself up, sitting back onto your heels, we can take the big toes together, knees out wide, sit back, let your head rest on the floor, lengthen your arms along the mat. Press the palms down into the floor just to feel that stretch a bit more through the back of the body. And then slowly walk the hands back in as you sit up. We're coming in to a side bend now, so you're going to prop yourself up onto your elbow. Stretch out that top leg. Keep the bottom knee bent. Lift up through the waist and really stabilize that supporting shoulder. We're going to do 8 lifts on each side. So that top arm really stretches over as you push the hips up. And you bring the hips down very gently in between each one. Breathe out and breathe in. And I've completely lost count already. So I think that's about 8. Let's go over onto the other side. So elbow right underneath your shoulder, lengthen into your waist, lift up out of that supporting shoulder, and 8 on this side. Bring that hip down gently in between each one. Breathe out and reach over, keeping that length in your neck. Bring yourself back up into a seated position. We'll give the shoulders a stretch. Just bring the hands together in front. Press the backs of the hands away from you. Drop your chin down to your chest. And visualize those shoulder blades moving away from your spine. Reach your arms up above your head. And then take the hands onto the floor behind you. Draw the shoulders back, lift your gaze and lift your chest. And release. Okay, moving to the end of your mat now, we're going to go into a roll up. So we're going to start with the arms out in front. Sit up really tall through the spine. Small hinge from your hips. And then allow the pelvis to tilt. Taking the arms back over your head. And then breathing out as you bring yourself slowly up. Lengthen through your spine and then forward into a spine stretch. And then restack the spine, sit up tall. Hinge from the hips, tuck the pelvis under. And stay open through the front of the body here. So as you roll back, you're back to sliding the shoulder blades down your back, lengthening your collarbones, keeping the chest open, and the same as you're coming back up as well. Okay, let's do one more. One and a half, I should have said. We're going to go all the way down and we're going to stay down. So bring the arms down to your side, bend your knees, excuse me. Bring your spine and pelvis into neutral. And then bring the legs up one at a time for the 100. We're going to extend the legs and then count the breaths, breathing in 2, 3, 4, 5, out 2, 3, 4, 5. I'll let you count your own breath. I certainly won't keep count of mine because I can't talk and count at the same time. So make sure you're maintaining that neutral position. If you're getting any discomfort through your neck or your shoulders, then take the head back onto the floor. If you feel like your back is starting to arch, bend the knees slightly. You can come back to tabletop at any time. When you get to 10 breaths, we're going to bring the knees in, rest your head back on the floor, rock the hips from side to side. And then take the feet back down. We're going to do a few more bridges, but we're going to add in some leg lifts. So heels come a little bit closer to your bum. We'll start with a small leg lift. Bring the spine up and then just float the foot an inch or so off the floor and take it back down. Do the same on the other side. Place it down and roll down through the spine. Now you can keep that lift small, or you may want to make it a little bit bigger, and we can take the leg up to a tabletop position. And then roll down through the spine. So we'll do one leg lift on each side and roll down in between. So we're getting that nice mobility through the spine. And then that focus on strength and balance to bring those legs up. You may just need to readjust your feet every now and then. Let's do one more. Slowly bringing the spine down. to neutral, and then bring the legs up to tabletop again, and then into a one leg stretch. So extend through the leg, and then the other side. Again, you always have the option to leave the head back on the floor if that works better for you. I'm maintaining that neutral alignment through my lower spine. Keeping the shoulders down, chest is open, and I have that length through the back of my neck. Really extend and reach out through the leg as you push away. Let's do one more on each side. Take your head back, bring your knees into your chest. Rock the hips side to side. And then place your feet back onto the floor. We're going to take the arms out to the side. Roll the knees one way. Turn your head to look the other way. Keep the shoulders on the mat and just stay here for a couple of breaths. Bring the knees back up. Roll them over to the other side. Turn your head to look the other way. And bring the knees back up to the center. Okay, we're going to turn over onto your side. Push yourself back up. So I hope you enjoyed that workout. If you did and you would like to see more of my videos, I release a new one every week. Please subscribe to my channel, and I will catch you again very soon.